Haven't I got a good one for you guys today? Today we're checking out a band called Horna and their debut album Kohti Yhdeksän, Nousua, if that's how you pronounce it. This was their debut album. Now, in case you don't know, Horna are a Finnish black metal band. But anyway, Horna have a very interesting band overall. They blend with atmospheric mixed with aggressive black metal, and overall Kohti Yhdeksän Nousua is a great album for their debut. So the lineup for this, we had Mordal on guitars, and he was also the main songwriter, Shatrog on guitars as well, Skrat on bass, Gortho on drums and vocals, and Nazgul on vocals. Overall, this is a very good album and a fantastic debut album for Horna. So there are 6 tracks, and it's easily one of the shortest Horna albums. Discovered Horna a few years ago, and I've really gotten into them this year, and most of the albums are absolutely fantastic, but I just want to talk to you guys about Horna's debut album, Kohti Yhdeksän Nousua, if that's how you pronounce it. Anyway, this album was released on April 1998, so a fairly long time, over 20 years ago. There are 6 tracks on this album. Now, the production has a raw undertone to it with some great infectious melodies with guitars. The production has a very Darkthrone-esque production at times, and it's quite raw, and I just love the grittiness of those guitars, and the vocals are absolutely crazy. They really are. So this first off, the album kicks off with a song called Yhdeksän, if that's how you pronounce it. Do love the build-up of the drums mixed with those aggressive vocals. The vocals are absolutely crazy at times, with an extension of the vocal tone mixed with the guitars. It just gives a great mix. At times it's slow tempo, but a build, and especially in the introduction where he absolutely goes crazy with his vocals. Just the build-up and how evil and atmospheric at times it is. It is such a great way to kick off the album. Frantic drumming throughout this song mixed with the epic moments you get throughout Yhdeksän. What I love is also how evil and sinister this particular song sounds. Very satanic, quite evil, quite destructive. And that's what I absolutely love about Yhdeksän. Next up is a song called Imperial Devastation. This overall is a fantastic song, and the vocals at times are quite insane. Do love the deeper growls throughout this song mixed with the great guitar leads as well. A very energetic and in-your-face song with slower tempo moments, but it builds throughout Imperial Devastation, and it absolutely goes crazy again. What Horna do so well is to throw the listener off guard, and that's what I love about Horna and their debut album, because at times you don't know where this is heading. At times it's quite atmospheric, Imperial Devastation, and it has amazing riffs. Like, the riffs are very catchy, but very 90s sounding black metal. And yeah, this again is another heavy song by Horna. And Imperial Devastation really packs a punch. Very finely calibrated song. A few odd time signatures now and again, so quite progressive. And it's just a wild ride, Imperial Devastation. It's got some interesting tremolo picking Imperial Devastation as well, especially in the conclusion of the song where it does slow down. There are some frantic moments right at the mid part of the song, but overall it is a great, great song for Horna. Next up is a song called Sword of Darkness. Now, first of all, you can't forget that melody. The melody on this is so damn good, the guitar rhythm is fantastic, and the vocals at times are so damn heavy and in your face. Do really enjoy the blast beats throughout this song, and a spiral of melodies that just get thrown at you. The vocals are so damn intense. It feels like you're in a dark forest. It feels like you're in a dark forest and you're trying to escape this forbidden darkness. It is so damn good, and I just love how close to epic and majestic this song sounds. Sword of Darkness is just a opening to what Horna sounds like, and especially Sword of Darkness has some amazing melodies. Oh, that guitar tone is so damn infectious, and they repeat the melodies over and over again, which I really do appreciate. But Sword of Darkness has such a darkness to it, a very obscure, like someone has thrown a blanket over you and you're suffocating. That's what Sword of Darkness sounds like. That's what it feels like. It feels like the black metal Horn is providing you is just suffocating you, and that's why it's so damn good. Next up is White Orid Buried in Ashes. It's got at times some death metal aesthetics on this song, which I absolutely love. They do play around with black metal mixed with death metal, and the vocals are quite shrieky, but yet they incorporate death growls throughout this song. Really deep guttural growls at times, especially in the conclusion, but the riffs are riff-tastic on this. Great songwriting on this, with again the guitars quite prominent throughout this song, but the overall production is just fantastic. Do absolutely love the screams on the vocals as well. They really escalate the song next level. White Aura Buried in Ashes really channels in the darkness and evil, sinister side of Horna. With White Aura Buried Ashes, there's also some cleaner vocals that he utilized throughout the conclusion of the song, which is sort of like a choir that builds the ending of White Aura Buried in Ashes. And with the choir, or with the cleaner vocals, they incorporate blast beats, which just makes it so damn brutal at times. But yeah, White Aura Buried in Ashes is an absolute banger. Next up is Sormus Yal Silma. Now this song is absolutely fantastic. From the hard and aggressive fast tracks you get throughout most of this album, you get a slower sort of song running about 10 minutes, and this is one of Horna's longest songs they've ever done. It just has so many surprises along the way. It's got those just in-your-face black metal vocals. It's got a really drony sort of guitar. I'm pretty sure this song is split into two, like there's two parts. But yeah, this is quite a slow tempo song. It really is, and it just throughout the second part of this track, it does get quite heavy and quite aggressive, and it does build to that old Horna fashion sound where you expect to be quite fast and brutal at times. Like I said, the second half of the song, it just gets to that old flagrant black metal that you expect from Horna, and it does have some crazy tremolo picking mixed with guitars and crazy drum fills throughout the second part of the song, which I just realized it is another song called Kun Lioma Yolamalan Koden Liekin, if that's how you pronounce it. But yeah, this 10-minute song, or split songs you could say, are just terrific. From that really slow tempo moments with those shrieky, evil, sinister vocals, to the most bat crazy moments of Horna throughout Kohti, Yhdeksän, Nousua. Next up is probably one of the most haunting outros I've ever heard in my entire life. The outro is fantastic. It does have like a synthesizer, like a sort of an organ that builds throughout this track, and you even got some dialogue as well that has a reverby tone to it. But it's just a way the song is written, it's just the way the song sounds, and it's also just the way the song is portrayed to the listener as well. It's very haunting, it's quite atmospheric, but I mean, it's a fantastic way to end off this album.
Still a seed of the light we avoid. Always.
So overall, this album was released in 1998, and this was Horna's first album, not including their demo albums, but I absolutely enjoy this album. I love it for what it is. This album's pretty short, around about 32 minutes, and it does have that Horna aspect that you expect from Horna. The latest, well, I mean, I'm gonna do an album ranking for Horna, but I think this is one of Horna's best albums in my opinion. Like, there are some really great albums after this one, but for Horna to produce a debut album like this is just absolutely terrific. So, as you can see, I'm going to give this a solid 80%. It's just a fantastic album, but there are other better black metal debut albums in my opinion. The vocals are just absolutely insane at times. You get those growls, you get those aggressive moments, but I tell you what a surprise Kohti Yhdeksän Nousua is. I'm sorry if I'm butchering his name, but wow, what a great album this was. It is quite mild today. I do have some new curtains to block out the light, but you might have seen my previous video where I do have beautiful mountains in the background and the ocean. So I'm right next to the ocean. Some great sea breeze, but yeah, what a terrific album Horna Kohti Yhdeksän Nousua was, and I absolutely love it. So 80% it gets. So join me next time as we dissect another album. It might be an album ranking, or might be some other fun video on this channel. Let me know what you thought about Horna Kohti Yhdeksän Nousua, and I will see you in the next one.